follow along Portsmouth's new flood defences. The water gets very high. This has been known to flood in the winter. But the work they did here is really nice. Unfortunately with COVID there hasn't been so much work on the old parks and gardens front, so there's quite a lot of weeds. But it's very popular with families, cyclists, dog walkers during the day it seems. I'm thwarted by dogs today. But it's a really nice way to get out of Portsmouth without having to go on any of the busy main roads. I think it's fabulous. Decided to ride along the coast from Solent to Stokes Bay, and at Stokes Bay you've got the diving museum. Now take a look at this. So it's built in an old fort, and this coastline is full of these old military forts. I think, well, I'm not quite sure how far they date back, but it's hundreds of years. But there's loads of them. Gosport and this whole peninsula is scattered with them. Portsmouth and the hills around Portsmouth have got loads of them as well. But what's happened in recent years is they've been converted into things like museums, climbing centres. Obviously the military don't use them anymore. Sadly this one shut this year due to COVID, but yeah, I've never been in it. It'd be quite interesting to see what it's like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ride along Stokes Bay, which is all along there, and it's sadly it's quite busy. I usually ride it at night, to be honest, when I'm pretty much the only one along here. But I'll show you a little bit about what's here. It's quite a nice little bit of coastline. Over there in the distance is the Isle of Wight. Some of these old forts are actually still used by, oh, sorry, let's try that again. Some of these old forts are still used by the military. This one is in HMS Nelson. I don't know what they use it for, but there you go. Of course, it might not be being used for anything. It might just be there looking pretty. Either way, it's quite cool. Another one of these forts here, still within military mod property. Sorry about all the fences that you'll see, but this one's got a name. This one's Fort Rowner. See? And that looks like it's probably some kind of star shape. But you can see how they would have been good defences, because it's got a moat all the way round, which is still full of water. So at the moment, probably more of a wildlife reserve. But I love the fact that all of these forts, and there's lots of them, these forts have all got grass on the top. They've all got ivy growing up. They'd make amazing hotels. And we've even got a couple of forts out at sea, well, 3 forts out at sea, and 2 of them are hotels, and they're all like this. I've stayed in one of the ones out at the sea as a hotel. It's amazing. So it's such a shame that these don't get converted, but there you go. It seems to be this day in the life is a bit more of a military history tour, but I hope you enjoy it. Now, that's not bad for an old railway line. So they've turned it into a road, but the only things that are on it are buses and bikes. And it goes all the way into Fareham. And as you can see, even in the middle of the day, it's quite well used by cyclists. In the evenings, we tend to use it to put our heads down and do sprints.